Hey friends, my name is Jake. Welcome to Canadian Cutting Edge. This is review number 4, I think. The Sanremu 7063. This is the first knife that I reviewed. Not this exact one, but this model is the first one that I reviewed when I started my channel. And I'd like to tell you more about it because that initial review was pretty poorly done. That's just the way it is when you start a channel off. So without wasting too much time, because these videos are only 5 minutes long, let's get to the tabletop and take a close look at this nice little knife. Okay, I did one run of this and it took like 9 minutes. We want this to be like 4.5 minutes. Aluminum anodized, those 4 colors are really great. I like the jimping on the knife, on the thumb rest area, and on the blade, and on the belly here. So you can get a very secure grip on this knife, even though it's a 3-finger grip for people with large and extra large hands. I still like that. There's a nice swedge here, a nice drop point, beautiful hollow grind. It cuts well, it pierces okay. The plunge is really gradual, so you can see that the cutting edge there is getting really wide this way, right there. That's not a big deal for such a low-priced knife. Around 20 bucks for the version with the liner lock, and about $21 for the access lock. Some places might be a little bit cheaper. I've got links down below to make it easy for you to get one. If you use my AliExpress or Amazon links, it does help the channel out, so thank you very much. Thumb studs, which are really cool for deploying the knife. It just works really well. Or you can do the fidgeting with the access lock where, you open the knife like that. And so that works very well as well. Little cool feature, that works as a bottle opener right there. So the bottle cap and you pull it open. So I like that. Pocket clip is a deep carry pocket clip. Tip up, I should say. If you get the liner lock version, you have your choice of tip up or tip down for the pocket clip. The screws, there are T6s on the body and on the pocket clip, and a T8 up here. I'll tell you on the screen if this is a free spinning pivot screw or not. I think it's a D-shaped pivot pin. We've got phosphor bronze washers in there, which are quite nice. There's usually 2 washers on either side, which helps give it really smooth action. The sharpening's not terribly well done, but it's thin behind the grind, so you can sharpen this knife up very well. I like 8CR13. It's a good budget steel, no matter what some people say. Those of us who are actual budget knife guys and gals, we know that 8CR13 really is not that bad at all. It's quite good, in fact. The lanyard option, I like that it's just the liner sticking out there, so your paracord's not going to bunch up. Not too heavy. Well, the weight's on the screen. The access lock version is pretty much only available in this bronze color. I used to have one in orange. I think that's what it was for my original video. And I ended up selling or giving away that knife. I think I'll be keeping this one because I just like it too much. Be careful when you take these screws out. Use some anti-cam out fluid like Drive Grip so you don't strip them out, because some of these sometimes are a little bit soft. I like these dimpled faces. That also gives you some texture for some grip as well, your fingertips along there. Is this a good first knife for, somebody a little bit younger, or somebody that's new to the knife hobby, or a good lender if somebody comes by and wants to borrow a knife off you? There you go. Let them borrow something like this because they're not very expensive at all. They're hard to break, and they'll do the job. One little quirky thing about these, the access lock, the heads of the grips right there are actually screwed in place, and you can see a little slot right there. So you can screw those right off the top when the knife is assembled. It's kind of cool, kind of odd. I don't suggest that you do it though, because that's very thin metal there, and if your screwdriver isn't a perfect fit in there, you're going to start chewing it up more than likely. It hides fairly well in the pocket. Not perfectly or completely, but it does a pretty good job. Remember, friends, cut towards your chum not your thumb.